This conference will now be recorded.
So hi all, welcome to this session. This is Sandeep here. So to start with, I'm solution architect. I'm Sandeep here. So basically, we are trying to identify people, train them in ERP finance. So basically, we are a ERP finance implementation company. We do in on-premise and cloud. So as now we have a trend for implementation of Workday Finance and SAP, Finance S4 HANA. So we are going to identify people. We'll be training them. So there'll be a training for the candidate, and then there is a deployment of the candidate. We are going to have the candidate in our project. So we'll be training the candidate in this. So there'll be a training for 60 to 90 hours, and after that we'll be deploying the candidate in projects. It is a support or implementation project, and certifications will be sponsored to the candidate once they become our employee, once they join us. And generally all these positions are for on-site. So basically we will sponsor the visas also in later stage. As now visas on all are on hold, so we'll be looking from the September month. This is what we are going to do about. So we'll be training. So training will be specific to implementation, rollout of the projects, upgradation, expansion. We'll be doing a lot of POCs and RFP for the client, and then we'll be supporting them L1, L2. Right. So opportunity we have to work from on-site or offshore or work from India. We have an opportunity. So we'll be training in both. The client does not purchase one solution with one product. They look specialization according to modules, submodules. So here we require for our projects in both the things specialized so that candidate can sustain and support the project to the client. So in Workday Finance, we'll be covering complete suite where we are going to cover planning, accounting, cash, asset management, contract, billing, revenue, consolidation, expenses, revenue, and then inventory, projects, and grant. Plus, which we are going to work on building a lot of business processes for the client and integration with the customer applications. So integration can happen with the cloud or third-party application we are going to do about, right, or on-premise. Coming to SAP, we'll be implementing complete solution for SAP specific to the client. One is that we'll understand the client requirement, understand the process, and then we are going to configure the client system. So we'll be, focusing on both finance and control here also, specific to the client. So like in Workday Finance, here also we'll be implementing financial and planning, accounting and financial closure, treasury and finance, financial operations and risk and management we are going to look about. So we'll be creating a role-based dashboard for the client. So specific to general ledger, account payable, account receivable, collections, credit management, cost management, and cash center. Apart from this, we are going to build on integration of the system. So we'll be integrating SAP with Workday or integrating the application which is in cloud with third-party applications also. And in SAP we have application CRM, we have logistic, right? Plus we have Workday Finance to be integrated in SAP Simple Finance. So we'll be covering both the aspects from the product. So this is specific customer specific solution program where now the trend is that a candidate will be trained in both the applications so that he can manage the client specification. For reporting also we'll be dealing with both the application. So in financial SAP, we have controlling, corporate reporting, and corporate treasury and finance operation we'll be looking on. So specifically, we'll be looking in detailed financial planning analytics like developing the transaction and strategies, profitability, monitoring the reports, accounting closure, entry closure, corporate closures, financial closure, treasury, managing the cash and debts for the client, right? And then looking for receivable and payable for financial operation and managing the risk for the client. All right. So here, when we talk about in SAP, it is hybrid because SAP has on-premise also. But advantage with Workday Finance, it is not having a hybrid. It will have a cloud. So that's the reason client decides which product to go on and how they are going to do implementation. So talking about Simple Finance introduction, specific to implementation and migration, we'll be doing. So we will be creating an architect for SAP Simple Finance integration with your on-premise, and we'll be looking for IMCA, all right, and calculating the various field on the system, and then we'll be looking on migration. So SAP Fury will also come into a picture. S4 HANA from the business prospects we'll be looking from, and then different migrations scenarios as per the client. So we'll be doing implementation for retail and pharma, which we are going to cover onto the aspects. Apart from this, we'll be looking from integration the enterprise cloud solutions. We'll be doing greenfield implementation in SAP. Right? where we can standalone configure the system without on-premises. Apart from this, we managing the master data of the client. Cooper will be looking into, and master data governance, STL replications we'll be looking on, and integration with the other systems for payable and taxation. Migration tools we'll be looking with. What are the migration tools we have, like SUAM and preparation, migration, cockpit, master data. All this we'll be looking on. So we'll be working on SaaS based and cloud, and training will be one-to-one, like we are doing this session. Live will be there, recorded will be there. Here, client will get involved from training stage. Webinar will be there, and documentations will be part of. Coming to Workday, we'll start with account receivable, billing and invoice expenses, non-profit, project tax, reconciliation, asset management, governance, payroll, purchase. And same thing, reporting will be looking on audit trials, budget, forecasting, general, profit and loss, and multi-company transaction. Now, as we have seen both the application, we have close to 230 positions open worldwide. And this is for the 2 years, which we are going to look for Workday Finance, SAP Simple Finance with the integration. All right. So compensation, what we have for this financial year is we are planning for 40K to 1.5K for on-site, and India it is 200K into number of years experience we are going to talk about. Now the cost of this application, if you purchase, it will cost you, each application will cost you 2,25,000. So one application company will sponsor, another application candidate will sponsor. So you can directly buy from the product owner, from Workday or SAP, right? Our other option is that company will provide a sponsorship for 75% for the second application which you need to buy. Company will sponsor, where candidate will pay 55%. Balance, company will request mute. I'll put in mute so that there is no disturbance. So there is a bond for this because company is sponsoring. So there will be 2 years of bond for on-site and 1 year for offshore. Additional, there is a ILTS is required because all these positions are client-facing positions in the organization. So this will be sponsored at 50% cost. Now, as a company, we have done close to 100 plus cloud projects, and we have 2,300 consultants working around the world. And as a company, 16 years of implementation experience. Sectors which we'll be working on is pharma, retail, bank, power, and engineering. So we'll be covering, Workday Finance and SAP, Finance from the system prospects. These are the clients which we have been working over a period of time. Right. So mobile application also will be touching for reporting and customization of reporting will be looking on. So Workday and SAP is a both cloud we are going to look from the prospects. We'll be customizing a lot of business scenarios for the client specific to configuration of business, right? Integration, reporting we are going to do, and web-based integration we are going to look into. Apart from that, candidate will be involved from the first stage where we are going to have a requirement gathering from your project charter, working on the functionality of the product, which is integration, configuration, testing, and data migration and go live. So this is what we'll be looking on the prospects. In detail about Workday Finance, like we have seen, core finance, banking and cash business, financial report, planning, revenue, spend management, project management, global finance, and financial application. These are the product overview what we see about. So specific to the client, we'll be customizing it. So this is overall. Now we'll open the session for question and answers. If you have any questions, we can take about. We are looking people who are intend to work for us for long term. This opportunity will be for on-site and India. We will be training in both the applications so that we can, encash the experience of the candidate and we can send expertise to the client, whether it's on-site or offshore. Right. We are going to start this session from coming week, that is Monday. It will be in the morning. It will be in the morning at 8 o'clock. So if candidate are, interested, they can join. We are keeping at subsidy rate only to keep that candidate, we get a right candidate, and the reason company is going to apply this on behalf of you, that candidate is going to work for us for on-site 2 years or India 1 year. Now please feel comfortable to put your questions if I can answer. If questions are there. Any question you have, you can ask so that I can help you out. Amul, Bhaskar, Dilip, Nachiket, Raju, Sakshi. Bhaskar, I think there is some not clear with your voice. There is some problem. You can type, you can chat. I can answer your query. So still you can connect to your representative. If you are looking for the opportunity, we'll take it further and we'll be starting. Right? So there'll be one class given you complimentary. Maybe this Saturday, first class will start. So you can join, and if you feel we both can help each other, right, you can be part of organization and we can work together. We'll take it further. Right? So you can connect to your representative and take it further. Is this full-time project or partial? Project is basically you have an opportunity to work full-time also and partial also. So it depends on how the candidate want to work. If you want to work as a
Excuse me,
freelancer,
sir.
he can.
Hello.
Yes.
Actually,
Yeah,
who
I
people
can
are
hear Dilip.
working right now? Who people are working right now? Then what is the registration procedure for them?
If you're working, training will be in the morning and evening. All right. Registration is you can connect your representative. All right. You can talk to
This is
them, and
basically
if you're taking a license by yourself,
online courses. So people can do as per their comfortable.
online means it is a live course. It's not a recorded.
Yeah.
So they'll be in the morning and evening. Questions will be there. So morning it will be there. We are going to open morning slot so that candidate can really contribute and add a value to that.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And what is the job assurity? Not assurity. What are the job guarantee after that? You are saying you have a lot of projects. So after completion of the training season, then is there any guarantee to get a job?
See, Dilip, basically we are doing this training program free of cost. So one thing is that we are going to hire people in our project. Right? License, there is a cost of the product. So you don't need to pay us. You can directly purchase a license from, example, you want to do SAP full, na? You can purchase a license from them. They'll charge you 2,25,000. Online you can purchase and you can take it. If you feel company should help you, then company will help you. You will pay 25%, company will pay 75%, and there will be a bond for 2 years. Bond will come means you are going to work for us. No means no company will just sponsor, right?
Okay. Okay, I think this is your contact number 8879721050.
There is no contact number. Yes.
Okay,
so please feel
so
comfort.
if
We can connect and we can take it further.
yeah, sure.
Okay. Sure. So thank you all. Hope to connect you all. Thanks.